Hello, welcome back. First up, a very interesting event. There has been a major disturbance in the divine dominions of the world. Loving Together Couples Therapy's dominion has grown stronger at the cost of all other pretender gods. Erythea has wished for dominion. So we're in the unique position that we can inspect that on our dominion graph site. So I'll do that in a second. We also cast Earthblood Deepwell successfully this time. There we go. Is it even worth it at this point? No, there's enough turns left in the game that it'll pay. Well, I mean, if you add up the gems we spent casting it this time and the last time we cast it and the empower cost, maybe it wasn't worth it overall. But you know what? It's the principle of the thing. We also got attacked in Spring Spires by a region and Okajab by various things from Jomon. And Roka, another display of my arrogance. There goes the poison golem. Apparently, you know, he's pretty tough, but not tough enough to survive a serious lance charge, I guess. Lesson learned. Also, who could have possibly known that there'd be this much PD on that little Abyssian island? Not me. We do almost have enough death gems that we can summon another poison golem at least, but kind of sad. Slightly embarrassed. And then, yeah, we lost a lot of scouts to Erythea's Vengeful Water, unfortunately. But still just scouts. I don't think he has dominion in our territory still. Despite wishing, he's still not as powerful as Abyssia, I don't think. But we can inspect. Robberhome, we found 2 Earth Gems. Sorcerer, we got Famine. And Dagothia, people here are very displeased. So there you go. Dunster's open. General, our walls are damaged. It's still 5. I'm not sure how they did 5 points of wall damage, if I'm being honest. Because we're still just getting sieged by 7 Smolder Ghosts. Anyway, Man has arrived in force now. Probably going for this throne, if I had to guess. So I assume we won't have to worry about Abyssia's dominion much longer. I'm slightly nervous about what will happen when Abyssia dies. Because it's going to zero out his dominion then. And is that going to mean that... Yeah, Erythea is going to be pushing his dominion everywhere instead, and he's got Vengeful Water up. Which is not great. We are at least building some temples, but I mean, we are still just languishing down at the bottom. Unfortunately. We'll do what we can. Anyway, that's it for messages, right? Yeah. So, here's the map now. Farewell to the Poison Golem. We are on 13 Death Gems though, so we can get another one next month. And these 2 provinces got raided by Jomon last month. I don't think I can see his god anymore. I cannot see his god anymore. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it's gone. But I'm going to do a couple of things. First up, we'll try and defend Sorcerer with the new stuff that we've been putting together. We have some crossbows, some cyclopes, some claymen and scorpions, and a communion that's just led by one dude who's probably just going to spam Pillar of Fire. I think. And I put the PD here up to 20 because it's some heavy cav and some crossbows as well. So if this little dude and 3 algaemen walks into us, we should be able to deal with him, I think. And they can gradually move up and collect more stuff as it comes. I've also started moving things down here from this region, because I don't think we're going to go after Van until last. And we can continuously reinforce this by doing Hidden in Sands in Broken Lands anyway. So, some Dustwalkers are going to start marching down. One of our Tyrants here is going to start marching down. And our Assassins as well, why not? We've got these guys geared up and not doing anything. They can start moving down as well. We'll move them all down to this region to help out. Seems necessary. We will hit Evocation 9 next month. That will also help if these big stacks of human troops start walking towards us, I think. So that's good. But my eye is still just on this, which is actually still undefended. I thought the stack we saw here would be coming to defend it, but no. Which is fine. Bunch of humans here as well. But we'll just still keep trying to lock this down, and I'm not going to threaten anything just yet. But we'll try and snag some thrones just before Cataclysm hits, if we can. Since we have Earth Gems now, making 24 a month. Imagine if we'd had this all game. So I'm going to start making some Dwarven Hammers so that we can make our forging a little bit more efficient. That is a bit expensive, that's 15 of them down the drain immediately. But, you know, we'll try and make a few Dwarven Hammers. Also making a Shroud, a Lead Shield, a Ring of Regen. That's a really nice luxury that I didn't expect to have, but yeah, 7 Nature Gems and 2 Mages. And we'll be able to start gearing out turrets a lot more powerfully. So this guy's going to gradually get a bunch of items. He can move down here, yeah. We'll keep doing that now. Economy is also kind of strong too, so beat up another Lestragonian for recruitment as well. And still got 400 gold left in the treasury. I'm going to try and get our temples back down underwater. We've got temples going down in these forts as well. Will eventually be one in Dunster, which is now cracked open. So I'm going to just storm this. It might be a mistake because we did see a lot of mages. But, you know, we've got 3 Lestragonians. One of them's instant berserk, but he's got regen. 2 of them are up here in the corner getting Earth, Might, and Quickness. I think they should be able to just walk in and kill all the mages. Fingers crossed. We've got some, what are these again? Got some Hydra hatchlings to draw some fire. And 3 Skelly Spammers, which is, you know, decent cover. So, might go poorly, but let's try and grab it. It moves the front forward a bit, which is nice. Gives us a staging post directly into Dunmer as well later. And it's another place to put a safe temple, which is going to be more and more important, I think, over the next few turns. Tempting to start recruiting a few more priests in places, just so that we can have more people putting down luxury temples when we get the chance. Speaking of, I could just slam a temple down in Ivanmore, actually. I mean, why not? Province is staying pretty defended at the moment. And that's it for movements, yeah. Temple Builder goes to White Lake. I am going to try and take this with the Lestragonian we have. Actually, last time he went insane and animated some ghouls, so I mean, you might as well have them. Why not? You can bring them with him. But otherwise, that is the turn. Really hope Dunster goes well. After we hit Evocation 9 next month, I will just dump the rest of the research into Thaumaturgy for a bit. There is another global we could put up at 7, which is Gigantomachia, which might be useful in the coming turns because of the help with our Dominion. But who knows? And if we need it, we can put up Purgatory as well. Yeah, that's the turn anyway. That's turn 66. So I'll leave that there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Got our evocation research done. So we can now do Flames from the Sky. So yeah, I'll have to start saving up fire gems at some point to unleash a bunch of these when the time is right. I'm going to get a little bit of Thaumaturgy first though. A couple of battles then. Moved into Mooforth, took that back. Erytheus suicided some feeble-minded mystics into it as well, so we killed them too. And then we had a battle in the fortress at Dunster. So yeah, there are quite a few mages. Some Onmyojis, some Ryujin. There's a cube. Always nice to see one of those. We have this random bird fly in and immediately start attacking our Oppressor Archon. So, farewell to him. Unfortunately his fire shield doesn't save him. Besides that though, we have our Tyrants moving in. You the Berserk one? Yeah. He's anonymous. Getting stuck right in. Slightly delayed in the gate. You can clean them up, ready for the real champion. CEO's nephew James, whatever his name is. What was it again? Yeah, CEO's nephew James the Lestragonian Tyrant. Zipping across the battlefield with heroic quickness. Rushing onto the regions. Dying once. Well, that's not going to stop him. Great work as always, James. Just going to briefly draw your attention now to Complaints, who is the last into the battle with only 11 combat speed. The other two are both quick, I think. But you know, he's got his full buffs up, full hit points, Phoenix Pyre, only guy with Soul Vortex. So he's the safe pair of hands to do cleanup duty. And that's that. Now, you might be wondering why I'm drawing your attention to this guy who arrived late and did nothing. Who ended the fight on 88 hit points, with no injuries, no afflictions. I don't think he even took part in the battle. Because somehow, at the end of the message list, he died of disease. So, if you can figure that one out for me, please leave a comment in the comments below. I have no idea. That seems insane to me. It can be the case sometimes that the replay you see is not identical to the one that takes place on the server, right? But even so, what would have had to happen here? My first thought was, okay, maybe he gets hit by an arrow or something on the start of the battle, and then goes berserk right away, so he doesn't get to cast his spells. He just goes berserk and runs in with 11 combat speed. But this guy's auto berserk and has 16 combat speed, so he gets in the front first anyway, even if that happens. But I mean, maybe he just insta goes berserk, and then rushes in and what, gets frozen hearted? But the thing is, he needs to not die. He needs to get wounded just enough that he picks up a disease, and then ends the battle with like 8 hit points or something. And then also recuperation doesn't heal the disease. And then also the disease takes damage on him enough to kill him. Does that just seem odd to anyone else? That's just insane to me that he's just dead of a disease of all things? I don't get it at all. But either way, he's dead. From our perspective, he's, you know, he was fine, but I guess not. Besides that, we did take the fortress at least. We did clear out a lot of Gen 1 junk as well, which is, you know, fine. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's, of all the times I've seen like a disjunct between what we see and what happened, that's got to be the most extreme. Bit odd. We did find another Dragon Pearl on someone useless, I think, again. Also found a flame helmet. I don't think we've ever made one of those, so that's kind of nice, I guess. And a Skull of Fire. Those are pretty easy to make. But okay, I mean, yeah, 2 fire boosters for free, I guess it's better than forging them. Anyway, events then. To go with here, we got an Earth Gnome. Okay. Some Unrest in Jerub. Some Hurricanes in Jerub. Sectarian movement in the Mercs. Fantastic. Discovered a False Prophet. I guess that's nice. Kinral is still 5 points of damage. Good an Affliction. And, yeah. Rolled and lost the Tyrant somehow to disease. Anyway, yeah. So here's the turn now. Is there still 5 points of damage, actually? Oh, no, an additional 5 damage has been done. Alright, very interesting. We'll keep an eye on it. It does look like Abyssia is probably out now, though. I mean, Mana's just sitting in this fort. So, yeah. I guess that's fine. Okay, so I'll start down here. We now have Dunster. Gonna slap a temple down in it. These guys are just gonna move on. They'll hit Okajab. CEO's nephew James has been given a Ring of Regen. So his gear is looking a lot better now, actually. Yeah, back in our capital, we do now have... making some Dwarven Hammers every turn at a discount. Trying to make some Rings of Regen when I can. Making a Girdle, Crown of Lead, Guard of the Battle Saint. Got a new Tyrant almost ready to go. He needs a Regen Ring and a Girdle. And, yep, we'll set him loose. We've got another one coming next month, too. And the reinforcements are still slowly on their way down as well. We've put together a little bit of stuff in Sotra, which I think is where we found the... but yeah. So we've got a little bit of stuff in Sartre. We've got like one mage with a big communion and a couple of units. I'm just going to pick up some more units from over here. And yeah, try taking Spring Spires with them. See if they'll be successful. This will just up here in a cube. This guy's just going to spam Pillar of Fire on people. So we'll move up, try and finish up all this territory, get the temples down. It would be nice to cap Jermon. But yeah, we are getting to the end of the game. This is still undefended currently though, so that's not too bad. Especially when the reinforcements come down, we can just double back and march onto this and take it pretty easily, I think. Need to be slightly nervous about Dominion though, since we're going to be next to Vengeful Water if Verithea's Dominion gets on us. Now that's what's happening here though. Reinforcements on the way down. Another temple going down in White Lake as well. Here's the Earth Gnome we just got from the event. I'm going to move him over to Stiseg and then attack Funeral. We'll see exactly what's there. Maybe our new Tyrant can go and bump these off in a second though. But I was planning on moving the Tyrant to Whalewind and then into Old Forest and down this way. But we'll see. Guys, Unit God, going to do some reanimating here, build up some skeletons. Doing a bunch of forging, as I said, in Phlegra. And in Broken Land, we're getting a new Poison Golem and another Hidden in Sands cast. So keep making items, keep building up forces. This throne we're probably going to attack. This throne I guess will attack, and then maybe this one if it goes really well. I was thinking we could try and take this as well. We have a lot of stuff that just goes underwater. So I've started forging a Sea King's Goblet as well. Which, because I'm not sure, like, it's so odd to have like these like skeletal undead that just aren't amphibious at all because they're like heat guys. So I'm wondering, does that mean they can't go underwater? Or will they be able to go underwater with a goblet? It seems odd that they would need water breathing since they presumably do not breathe. So I'm not sure, but I'll make a Sea King's Goblet anyway. But yeah, obviously it would be very, very difficult to siege an underwater fortress while Vengeful Water is up, so maybe I could forge a bunch of bottles and just bring a small number of commanders underwater who all have a water-rally bodyguard. I mean, that might be fine. Because the tyrants we bring underwater would probably survive Vengeful Water fine. Especially now that we're making regen rings on them. I mean, then again, you shouldn't underestimate water rallies, right? The big ones do like 4 crush attacks per round. Well, whatever. It's a thought anyway. It would be very difficult, but it is right next to us, and it is also quite undefended if we could just move a stack onto it quickly. But it might be difficult to hold. I mean, there's lots of thrones next to us that would be possible. Let's at least replenish the forces down here first before we do anything. Building up a bunch of brass balls has unfortunately taken a back seat since I lost all the skeletons down here, which is a shame. But yeah, that's the turn anyway. Only the red arrow is this guy who, yeah, just took me fourth. He'll head home for a bit. Don't want to spook anyone around here just yet. Although, awful lot of Erythane stuff here now. Including Unfrozens and Unfrozen Warriors. So, hidden snow guys. Interesting. Also looks like Van is, Midgard is actually moving stuff out of this throne. Or these are reinforcements coming... No, I would have seen them. This must have been split off from this. I wonder why. Alright, anyway, that's turn 67. Gonna pause you all to check the video. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.